your wife's floated the idea, then you've moved here out of necessity. But that's 3 years ago. Something's kept you here. What are you enjoying about living in our country?
Well, how's the song go? Wherever I lay my hat, there's my home. All right. So, we bought a house here in some it's a lovely house, and it has everything. I write books, so I live in this little village near the beach, and it's wonderfully quiet, and it feels safe. We're a long way away from a railway station, which is always, there's a correlation of crime and and railway stations. We're a long way. I can walk to the beach. I'm 40 minutes from the airport, 40 minutes from the center of the city. The people are friendly. They talk a lot, which is nice. If and everybody's so helpful. So
Yeah.
it's got everything I need. I mean, even I was worried about the speed of the internet, and the download speed was the same as Singapore. The upload speed is throttled. But it's still super fast compared with Australia or the UK. So
Yeah.
honestly, most things work. This was the thing that we always used to say about Singapore is that Singapore works. Um, Everything works here. Some things are a bit slow,
Yeah.
admin wise. They take their own pace. Converting my driving license took, I think, 18 months, which seemed a little inefficient.
Yeah.
Getting the renewal of your residency pass can be a bit iffy, but those are just pet admin peeves, and mostly my wife deals with those, so I don't experience any irritation with those whatsoever. Um, I even had a run-in with the police because my neighbor didn't like the fact that we'd adopted some cats. And we adopted some cats. We had them spayed, we had them vaccinated and neutered. But they decided his garden was better for doing their business than ours was. And he wanted me to put up a barbed wire fence between our properties. And I'm like, well, they're cats. That's not going to stop them.
Yeah.
So he called the cops on me. And the cops came, and I explained that we had all the paperwork for the cats, and that the neighbor, it was probably the neighbor that complained. And the cops were absolutely delightful. So there you go. Even the police were nice.
I mean, you come from sort of different cities and parts of the world. How would you compare the pace of life here? I mean, you mentioned things are slow, but the slowness is there's good parts to that as well. And what would you say about coming from such like you're a busy guy, high paced, coming from Singapore as well, which is a different pace. What would you say about the way things happen here, the pace of life?
Well, for me, at my stage of life, it's perfect.